everyone, my name is Bamboo, and welcome to the first episode of Cooking with Bamboo! Okay, anyway, let's get started. Okay, first thing first. You gotta go over the list of ingredients that you're gonna need. You're gonna need some flour. White lily flour or Martha White flour will make the best tasting biscuits. I've learned that from experience. So you need white lily or Martha White. I have white lily right here. Okay, then you're gonna need some milk. Preferably buttermilk to make it taste good, but unfortunately I don't have any of that, so we're gonna just use regular milk. Then you're gonna need some lard or bacon grease. Either one tastes pretty good, but I don't have any lard, so I'm gonna use some bacon grease. Bacon grease is something that you can't buy at the store, so you're gonna have to cook some bacon before you make these biscuits. Okay, next you're gonna need a measuring utensil thingy, and then you're gonna need a fork to mix it all together, a bowl to mix it in, and a pastry cutter to cut up that bacon grease in there, some parchment paper or wax paper, a cookie biscuit cutter, some paper towels, and of course a pan, some butter, and a brusher thingy. Okay, so let's get started. This stuff we won't be needing right now. We're going to need this. Okay, start off with 2 cups of flour, so right around here, 2 cups. Okay, I've tried many different flours. We had Martha White before this, and they tasted really good. And then we went to the store and all they had was white lily, so we got that and it tastes pretty good too. So, okay, so there's 2 cups. Put it in the bowl. Okay, now we're going to need 1/4 cup of this bacon grease. So, we'll just get out about 1/4 of this stuff. 1/4 is right down there at the bottom. Just gotta mash it down there until it fills up the bottom of the thing. Okay, yeah, that looks about good right there. So, put that in there. And then, before you add the milk, you're gonna need to cut it up with this until it's really small. Okay. Now I am using the recipe off of the back of a flour bag, but I'm tweaking it, making it my own, because I think it tastes better this way. And I've experimented with it, and this tastes better than the actual recipe. So, okay, so make sure that those cut up nice and good where you can't really tell that's in there. And then you take 3/4 cup of milk. Okay, so 3/4 is right about there. So we fill that up. Okay, there we go. Pour that in there. Now we're gonna mix it up, and the key to making light and fluffy biscuits, you don't want to mess with them much, okay? They do not like to be messed with. So you just stir it up till it's good consistency, okay? And in this case, I'm gonna have to add a little bit more milk. Sometimes you have to, and sometimes you don't have to. There's still a little bit of flour stuck to the sides. Okay, so we add a little bit of milk, just a little bit, not much, just to get the rest of that flour. Okay. So, now that we got that all stirred up, and it'll be like this. It won't be formed up just yet. It'll be kind of like this right here. Okay, so then we're going to take the wax paper. This will save you a big mess, trust me. Take a good sized sheet of wax paper out. Set that there. Okay. Scoop some of this stuff out of the way. Then you put some flour all over the wax paper. See, this is why it'll save you a big mess. Because usually I just do it on the bar, but I found it's easier if you just do it in here because you can fold it up and throw it away when you're done. Then, take all this, pour it out on here. You want to try to get it all in the same spot because you're going to be forming it into a big ball of dough. So all you have to do is just do like this. Just gather it up and push it down like that. Kind of pat it out a little bit. Okay. Then to make sure it doesn't stick to you, you need to get some flour out again and rub it on your hands. Because you don't want it sticking to anything. Kind of put a little bit over the top. Mash it down just a little bit more. Okay. About now, you want to preheat your oven to 475. So, setting that to 475. Okay. Now, you take some more flour and rub it along this so it won't get stuck to it whenever you cut it. Okay. And then, you just cut out your biscuits. Now, I've learned that this will make, well, I don't really know, because sometimes it makes more and sometimes it makes less biscuits. But I guess it all depends on how much you pat it out or if you want them real thick. Okay. So, then after you cut all those out, you just mold it back up. You don't have to roll it out because, like I said, the more you mess with it, the tougher they will be. And who wants to eat tough biscuits? You want them as light and fluffy as possible. So, get all that cut out. Mold it up again. Pat it back out. Okay. So this time, it made 5 biscuits. And then there's going to be a little bit left. Not really much for a whole biscuit. But I like to use this as my taster to taste them. So you can just fold it into a mini biscuit. Okay. So the reason that we need these paper towels is because this is about all you need. To grease your pan, that's all you need them. So you take a little bit of bacon grease, scoop it out. Okay. And just rub the whole thing with bacon grease. Or lard. Lard would work. I wouldn't really recommend shortening or anything, or that spray on stuff, because let's face it, it just don't taste as good as they would like it to taste. So, okay, now you got your pan greased out, then you can just throw that away. And now, you put your biscuits on there. Now you want to make sure that they are touching. Don't know why, but they taste better when they're touching. So, it's just like an old trick to use, I guess. So, put all your biscuits in here, very gently, try not to tear them apart. Okay, we're gonna save the butter to last, because what you need the butter for, you gotta melt it and rub it on top after they come out. Now, some recipes will say for now, after you've got them in the pan, to melt the butter and put it on top, but it tastes a lot better to do it after you've got them baked. So now, you need to put them in the oven for about 11 minutes, and sometimes it takes a little bit longer than that, and sometimes it doesn't. But you want to make sure that they are a light golden color, so put them on 11 minutes at first. Okay, now you got not so big of a mess to clean up, but you still got to clean it up. Put all that stuff in there. Fold this up. And that was a lot easier than wiping down the whole bar. You don't have to anyway, but I mean, it just takes a lot less. Okay, So you're done with the bacon grease now. You can go ahead and put it up. The bacon grease, the milk, and the flour. As I was saying earlier, I've used off-brand flour before, and it just doesn't taste good. It just doesn't taste good. It's just better off. It may be a more expensive option, but it's better to use either White Lily or Martha White. And you want to make sure that it's self-rising flour, not all-purpose. Just make sure you get those big, fluffy biscuits. Okay. So you clean up all your mess. We'll put all this up. Okay. Now all we'll need is this after we're done. This is used to just brush on the butter. So we'll get that out of the way. We'll clean this up. And these biscuits, it takes a really long time to get them perfected. I started off in a 4-H baking contest, and my grade was biscuits. So started making those, and the first time I made them, they were gross, I admit. They were pretty bad. I had no idea how to make them. And okay, another thing that I did wrong was I cooked them on a dark coated pan. That's like the biggest no-nos in biscuit making, is cooking it on a dark coated pan. Because, and I learned this the hard way, for some reason dark coated pans cook a lot faster than light coated pans. So you just want to get a light colored pan to cook it and not a dark colored pan. Or you can put, if all you have is dark coated pans, you can put aluminum foil over it, and that will help a lot. They won't burn as easily. They were burnt and gross, and it just wasn't good. Okay, another thing that I did, I wasn't like paying attention to what I was doing, and I put way too much milk in it. Instead of putting 3/4 cup like we did in those, I put 1 3/4 cup. So it was like a soup, and I'm like, what did I do wrong? Then I had to add a whole lot of flour and a whole lot of other ingredients. I just ended up making a lot of biscuits. They were alright, but they weren't nearly as good as these will be if you make them right. So, now that we've got all of our mess cleaned up, I've just kind of been talking about all the stuff not to do. So, I will check back in with you guys whenever they're done. So it's got about 7 more minutes, so I'll be right back. Okay, there's 41 seconds left, and there's a little smoke coming out here. They're not burning, don't worry. But I'm gonna go ahead and check on them. Okay, they're looking good. They rose up a little bit, but they're not yet brown. So I'll get those out and show you guys before I put them back in. So it's got 19 seconds left. We'll go ahead and turn that off. Get them out. Okay, so they're taking a good form, but they're not yet done. It needs to be golden brown on the top there, kind of like that color. That's what needs to be all around the biscuit. So I'll put those back in for a little bit more. Probably about 2 more minutes or something. Yeah, 2 more minutes, and then we'll see what we get then. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so now we're gonna just wait for these biscuits to come out, and we can go ahead and melt our butter and prepare for that. Okay, so we're gonna use the same measuring tool because it's microwave safe, so I'm just gonna rinse that out and reuse it. Okay, Doesn't really matter if there's still a little bit of water in the bottom. But, so, we're going to take this out, put a little bit in here. There's not really a measurement on how much to put in here. Just get, I don't know. It'll depend on how many biscuits you make. I think I'll do about this much butter. That's usually the amount that I put in there. But just a little bit more. Okay. So, about a 1/4 cup or a little bit more. So we'll put that in the microwave. And you just want to microwave it on 30 seconds at a time. So, put that in 30 seconds. Now we won't be needing this butter anymore, so we can go ahead and put it up. But we're still going to be needing this. So, don't worry about that popping, it's supposed to do that. Okay, the reason that the oven was smoking is because there's been stuff spilt in the bottom of it whenever I made chocolate pies. And I was thinking of chocolate pies. Comment down below pie if you want to see chocolate pies. So, and I'll do a whole video on those. Okay. So it's not quite melted yet, there's still little chunks. So I'll put it in on 15 seconds. And everything's going off all at once. Okay, biscuits are still not done. So I'll put them in. It's another 2 minutes, just real quick. Okay, so, well, I can't even talk, everything's going on. Okay. Now we got the melted butter. Okay, it's completely melted. I'm gonna set this on this so it don't burn the table, and then we'll just wait for our biscuits to get done. But like I was saying, comment down below pie if you want to see chocolate pie episodes, because they're really good. And I made those last year for 4-H whenever I went to this culinary camp and got this apron. I was doing a fundraiser for that, and I made chocolate pies and coconut cakes, and I sold them. $15 a pie, 20 bucks a coconut cake, and I ended up with a whole lot of money, and everybody loved them. I had like repeating customers. Like it wasn't just everybody wanted to buy some. There was only a couple people buying, but they would buy like 3 or 4 pies or 3 or 4 cakes, or a pie and a cake. And so everybody loved it, and everybody was sad whenever I said I've raised enough money and I had to stop. But I baked so much during the week, this oven tore up, so we had to get it fixed. I had to go to my Nana's house and use her oven because I still had a whole bunch of orders. And I ended up making each camp. I went to 3 culinary camp last year. I went to about 3 camps, and each camp was about $350, somewhere around that a piece. So I had to raise a lot of money, and I had some left over from the year before that. I did the bake sale to raise money, and I sold chocolate candy bars, and I did a whole lot of fundraising, and it was tough, but I went to those camps and I had a good time. That was a lot of smoke. Okay, so I'll move this off here for now. Those are cool. Okay. Aha! Now they're done. See that golden brown edge around them? Have 360 turning ability here. So, see, they're all kind of stuck together, and they're not sticking because you put that bacon grease in there. So, they're all golden brown on the top, and they still got a little bit of flour on there. That's normal. That's okay. So, turn off the oven. You always want to make sure you turn off the oven before you do anything. Okay? So, now we got, we're gonna brush on our butter. And now get rid of that flour on there if you don't like the flour. That helps with that. It mixes with the flour and kind of makes a paste. And some of it soaks down in the biscuit. It just makes it taste really good. And okay, so we're buttering all these. And after we get them buttered, then that'll pretty much be it. So then you can make some regular gravy, or we can make some chocolate gravy. Who knows? Whatever you want. If you've never heard of chocolate gravy, because I've heard that chocolate gravy is more of a southern thing. People down in the south, most people have never heard of it. But it's really good. It's like, it's heaven. It's what it is. It's really good over biscuits. Nice warm biscuits. Okay, so we'll make sure you use all the butter in here. And whenever you get down to the bottom, you can just drizzle it on. Okay, so there you go. There we have it. Nice golden brown biscuits. Hot Rice cat head biscuits, whatever you want to call them. There they are. Okay, so that will be the end of this video. Oh yeah, that's one of the most important things that we can do. I almost forgot. You gotta taste what you make. I mean, who doesn't taste what they make? You gotta make sure that it's safe before you go feeding it to people. Okay. So whenever we open it up, you can see that nice fluffy. It breaks away really easily. Oh, it's really good. These are the best biscuits I've made so far, for sure. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Like and subscribe. If you want to see more of this stuff, like this video and comment down below what you want to see, and I'll make it. So thank you everybody for watching. Like and subscribe. Share this video. See you in the next video. Bye bye.